Alright guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel if you've not yet been. This is my 2023 Surron Ultra B. That's a cat that I own. And just wanted to kind of show you, I got this torn down right now. Because it's I'm in Ohio, so unfortunately it is December, 3rd in Ohio, and really starting to feel it now. Really wanted to get out and ride. I ride this a lot, and got a KLX 300 Supermoto that I like to ride. But yeah, let's turn over here. So I got these off here. I got this torn down. If you haven't seen my video before, when I originally painted all this stuff plus a front fender, check out my video, and it kind of runs down. I showed a lot more in depth. I took everything off besides these. To get to these little things that just like run across there on each side, I didn't even realize that they were gray. Didn't even realize that until today. I looked, I was like, those are gray, because I saw some people were painting those. Oh, I might want to take these off and check them. Yeah, you can see right there some of the white. So I'll pop those off as well. I painted those last time, so I'll get those off and painted. But yeah, this is just the guard that goes around the display. This is the handle from the brake cables coming down off of this fairing, you might say. So the first time you guys seen the video, the paint did this weird thing, so I am going to strip that down, take that off. This is a busted up. The handguards I'm not going to worry about, because I'm probably going to get bark busters and change those up. Sorry, my dog's digging around over there. The cover lasted pretty good, but you can see there some marking there. So I'm gonna get the paint removed from them, whether I'm gonna use like brake cleaner or nail polish remover or something like that. Something lightly, real quick. And then I'm gonna scuff those down. And even these. Actually, that's got a good texture to it. That'd probably stick good. But I'll still probably scuff those up a little bit so that the paint sticks better. Also, while I'm at it, I'm probably going to take these fork guards off here and go ahead and get those painted up as well. So we'll get those off of there, and we'll get these off of the side. And, hey, what, bud? What? What? What do you want? You want this bone? There you go. Out of all that stuff, I knew exactly what he wanted, but sure why you can't just do it yourself. Alright guys, well thanks for tuning in. All these little creatures coming out. You can't see, there's another one there. If anybody is in Ohio and wants 2 cats, let me know. I've been taking care of 2 cats. Not the little white one that you saw there. That one's stumbled upon my backyard last year, and I rescued her like literally from a tiny little kitten. So I don't like cats, to be honest, but I'm keeping her around. Called her Juju after Juju Watkins. I name all my pets after basketball players. So, I gotta get this cleaned up, but this is just a $40 front fender that I just ended up buying. So as you can see, it's got like this grip stuff on the. It is not worth trying to paint your fender. I feel that it moves around too much and gets hit too much, that at least up at the bottom, your paint's gonna peel. Stuff like the cover that's staying put and not getting hit by stuff directly, like these stayed really nice. I mean, just matches those. Oh yeah, I even took off the skid plate and painted that as well. Might as well get that off, clean that up, and paint that as well. I'm going to clean the plastics up as best as I can, and then see like what scrapes yeah, that's definitely a scrape. So I don't know. Even if I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I repaint the entire bike? Got a long winter. Might as well just repaint the whole thing. The green actually grew on me. The only part is really nicked up is right there, and the worst part is here. That's the worst damage on my bike. I probably do have to get that filed down soon and just touch it up with some paint at least. But that's the worst kind of damage that's been on this bike. Maybe I got a scratch right there. And that's in really good shape. Yes, that front tire is fat. Right now in the winter, it's actually awesome. This bike with traction control on is amazing in the winter. Like, you can't get on it or anything, but you can get through and to anywhere. So for hunters or stuff like that, or just outdoors people, this thing's gonna go anywhere. And that's kind of what I fear of hunting wise. Like, I love deer out here. I couldn't really shoot a deer and kill it. If I had to, maybe, if I grew up with a dad like that. But I didn't grow up that way. So I ride right up next to these guys. They don't budge. So like, if you're an evil person and like were to drive up and or drive right up and shoot off of that thing, that can get kind of crazy and weird. Because these animals don't hear these things hardly coming at all. So, I don't know. And like, because every time I creep up there and those deer don't move, I'm like, guys, like, run. You got to get scared here. But I did drop this on the side. That's why that's busted. I've dropped this a few times. And then check it out, the video. This thing completely folded. It's actually perfect. I looped it, and it almost flipped, but it had mirrors on it at the time. So the left mirror and then that left hand guard busted. But they're just cheap hand guards, hand covers. So, all right, let's get the rest of this stuff off there. Let's get this ready for paint. And you know what? I mean, I might get new bars or paint those and paint. I might paint everything up. What do you guys think? What do you think? Let me do the thing and it's all done, or? All right, let's get this done. Cool. All right, it's the next day. I worked my butt off last night. Got all kinds of leftover paint, and should have put some gloves on. Use those rubber gloves when you're using brake cleaner. I did have a little bit of my skin come off of my index finger and thumb. But I was just busy scraping away. There was so many layers of paint on this and that, it was ridiculous. As you can see, that's pretty cleaned up. Yeah, you can see a ring of some paint around there. This still has paint pretty much everywhere, all over it. Done my best to scrape that. These protectors are pretty much done, and then you can see, I mean, how much they are scraped up. So those need done. I'm excited to do this. I'm going to do this right away so I can get it back on the bike, and then probably these as well, because I've seen people painting these and the paint sticks. Everything else, still need to get some paint off of that handle. I'm not too worried about the hand guards because my other one is broke. And you should see all the glue that I have everywhere for that tried to fix that. I'm just going to get new ones, or I'm going to get the actual bark buster protectors. Go all the way around. A little bit there. These actually weren't too bad, but you could start seeing the white inside of there and stuff. So I do want to try to get in there and sand, sand these, sand under here. So it is going to take a while to kind of sand down some of this stuff. I've already started on this, but as you can see there, if you roughen it up and get some of that shiny plastic off like this, you're going to have better success and paint stick to it. So if you guys saw my first session with this thing, I didn't scuff it up at all. I just painted. First few layers, it was going down perfect. It was looking like perfectly glossy, and then all of a sudden I came back and it was like all weird and textured, flaky looking, but I don't know, that texture looked kind of cool, so I just kept it. It kind of gave it a weird, I don't know, different kind of matte looking finish, and kind of, like I said, textured finish as well. So sorry about that, nose is running. But yeah, again, if I didn't mention it, I believe I did in the first part, but just get online and get yourself a fender, and then probably get yourself these plastic kits too, and I could redo some of that with the plastic kit. Some of these I don't think they sell necessarily like in plastic kits. I think the guards. But stuff like this, take off, sand down, get back on there, especially that yellow thing. I hate seeing people's Ultra B and seeing that bright yellow thing sticking out. The paint on my spring lasted pretty well. I mean, considering it suspends and compresses and just a few spots inside there. So what I'm going to do is spray some paint onto a tiny little, like a brush or a Q-tip, and then just kind of blot it and get that, because it's not difficult to get that out. Well, I'll probably get that out of there. But to get your spring out, if you don't have the spring tool, it's not fun to get that spring back in there. So, but I think we are finally ready to go. I'm gonna go get some more. I used a bottle of brake cleaner on this stuff, and did pretty well. Like I said, besides my fingers here and there, but we're all good. Gonna get another bottle of brake cleaner and clean up the rest of these parts here. Stay tuned. Well, that escalated quickly. It's not too big of a deal. You take these. Whoa. Have to take a look at that. I'm glad I took that off. Those threads look horrible. But those are the biggest ones so far. It's going to be your rear subframe. That's just old Loctite. Can't see it in the picture. And the first thread isn't the best, but you see that old blue Loctite in there. But you just have your 4 bolts here for your rear subframe, and you really need to take it off to get to the shock. Everything here looks good. I got this cover off. I want to redo this cover, clean some of this off, and check out the belt condition. And I'm at this point. If you go this deep, you might as well go order yourself a new belt and get it. I'm gonna order a belt. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the stock belt again or like an upgraded belt. Definitely not doing the chain drive. I'm not into that. I want this to be quiet. Honestly, guys, I mean, a lot of you guys have ran yours for thousands of miles, kilometers, whatever, wherever you're at, and on the original belt. So this doesn't need replaced. in my opinion, and probably a lot of others, but definitely you might want to consider it right now while you're at it. I'm going to consider it cost-wise, other things. I have the standard seat. This is a 2023 model. A lot of these people are taller getting these bikes and complaining about the new low seat. So I'm going to probably either swap mine or maybe buy one so I have both. Because I'm definitely not tippy toes like halfway. I'm definitely not close to flat footing, but it's not like sketchy at all. I'd like to be a little bit shorter with that. I'm going to bring this spring all the way down as well. Compress it as much as I can to bring hopefully the bike down like a ½ inch or so. But yeah, here's my spring that's held up pretty good. So I'm going to clean it. And then I am going to either put something inside here and hide this inside of the shock, spray the outside, or I'm going to, like I said, just kind of take a brush and fill those white spots in. Standard shock's not all that great. I'm only 100 and some pound, like 115 pounds, so this stock suspension, guys, for me is pretty good. I haven't been on like a motocross track or anything, but pretty good for myself. This is the most scratched up plastic I have on my bike, especially that spot right there. Besides the frame, which I showed you on the other side, which isn't bad. But yeah, I like the green. Black everything out here, probably sand that down and paint these plastics too while I'm at it, I guess. Or order these. I might order these that are very common. Some of the other stuff, not so much. Obviously, you can probably buy a black cover, but my cover came out really nicely. Oh, I mean, you can see a few spots here and there in it. Like, yeah, like down in there, some weird spots, but hey, good enough. I mean, good enough. Here's my handguard that I destroyed. This is Gorilla Glue. And it dries and does this all weird stuff. So I'm either gonna like sand, it's hard. I mean, that's on there. I'm gonna sand that down and then just paint over it a little bit. And I think I'm gonna rock these for a little longer. Because I don't want to do anything with the bars and stuff. I kind of like that the bars are silver, the pegs are silver, and you can complain about those all you want, guys, but I actually kind of like these. But I could see when you're wearing full boots and stuff like that, they're not the greatest, but I don't really suit up a whole lot. Most of the time I'm just in tennis shoes, whatever, and just kind of riding. I don't like hardcore ride this thing a lot. Some of the times I just put my dog's leash over the handle there and just walk my dog with this bike is awesome. Because you can get away with a lot and take it a lot of places that way with a dog, I found out. Alright guys, stay tuned. I got some work to do. Alright. Finally got these little sanding blocks. There's like a big gouge across this. I'm trying to sand this down more so you don't see that scratch in that too much. But this is working out really good. You see the difference there between some of the original paint still on that versus this is pretty smooth. Definitely learned my lesson about the fine. I was using pretty coarse sandpaper there, so. Alright, let's check it out. Just sitting in a spot. These are the only pieces that really made it out of there, and I don't even like that. I don't know. I'll probably end up redoing these too. But I realized I do have to paint the other side of these because you can see them through the other side. So here, let's check this out. These are the pieces I finally have ready to go. Sand it down. That looks horrible now, but hopefully that comes out a lot better. These are those side cover pieces. Couldn't get the paint out of there. I'll probably dig the paint out of there before I paint these. Alright guys, it is days later. And just finally getting some of these pieces done. It's kind of been a night. It hasn't been fun. Been a lot of sanding. This spray paint will it very quickly runs on you, even if you're just lightly going very lightly. It's had a lot of different weird issues. Then this front deflector here, I thought, oh well, we're good here, and it had this little nick in it. But it does, like, once you sand it and it got rid of all the original scuffs and issues that it had on it. But like down here, that'll have to be sanded back down, and then it was doing that flaking stuff again. So that'll have to be sanded down. The cover is as good as it's going to get. And then there is that yellow piece that's inside. You got to sand that down real good, because then there's not a lot of space in there, and then you can't hardly glue it, or not glue it, screw it back into there. Just a little cover that goes over top of there. That's a little handle on. The only piece that's not done is the main fairing. Big piece. It's got all the different curves, and it's been tough. It's running all over that thing and doing the flaking stuff like it did the first time. I took all the paint that I did on the skid plate and then the belt guard and just went straight plastics. Soaked them in WD-40, and like a lot or most of the scratches came out, besides the big one right there. There are just some run marks, stuff. The opposite side doesn't look as good. It's got some little indent right there, but good enough. I'm to the point now. Got to get this on. Side cover did good, so I got the side cover painted. I repainted the shock back here very meticulously. I just sprayed. I used the top of the can of spray paint, sprayed inside the little tiny circle in it, used a Q-tip, and just brushed it like a little tiny brush. Moved it, brushed, painted again, moved it, painted again, and it came out pretty good. There was only just a few spots, that I got like right there and there. I can clean those up. Some brake cleaner specifically on there. Well, something. I would like to properly adjust my suspension. Never really adjusted it too much, besides I took that all the way out. It's really soft, but set up for me from like my height. I'm not very tall, but I'll see rebound wise and other adjustments to set it up properly. Got the hand guards back up on there. Doesn't look great, but looks better than it does. I mean, stock these 2023s, some of the 2024s with the white front fender, white, I mean, it's just a mess. But order yourself a fender. That was definitely a time saver, and looks good, and it has that finished look to it just like the lid does. Or just order yourself some plastics. If you got the money, order the plastics. It's definitely worth it. Besides going through all this hassle and doing all this stuff. Clean that up. Those are cool. Those little brace pieces, they're pointless, but they're gray. I didn't even know they're like an unfinished gray. I thought they were that green color. But black to match the cover. I don't know, look pretty good. So we'll keep this going. Let's get this back together. Alright, finally got the Ultra B back together. Not the best paint job ever. You see, I mean, that's horrible looking up close. But at least everything's blacked out. At a distance, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe this spring I'll look into sanding it down again and finishing it better. I do have the bracket hooked up, so stay tuned for the sidecar. For right now, I'm decking it out with lights. We got a tail light and a headlight, maybe 2 headlights. I'm going to put a tail light back there on that, a headlight off the front of this bracket, and then possibly that other headlight, the square one right there, up here, facing down and up front. So the one would look like a little closer to us, and then one further out. Might be a little overkill, but I might also just do separate switches where you could turn just the spotlight on, or all of them, have them on separate switches. So, all right, guys, I think it looks sharp. I like the little plastic pieces there that were gray. Definitely stands out now being like a glossier black. Again, it definitely could have been done better, nicer. Spraying probably would have helped. Front fender wise, if you guys are looking to redo your 2023 Ultra B, just buy that front fender. I got it for only $40 off of Amazon. And you're always going to be repainting that fender. A lot of stuff's going to hit that fairing too, and your hand guards are going to flex and move and hit stuff. So a lot of that up front. More of it you can get. Obviously, if you got the money, just get the plastic kit. But I'm just saying, I'm definitely in a different price range of, like, I saved up for years. I've probably stretched to get an Ultra B versus the guy that's just like checking online and buying something cool because he's got extra money. Or like, hey, let me get me and my boy a Surron. Just extra money type of people. That's cool, good for you. I'm not that person. I'm just not. This was a stretch for me. I love this bike though. He loves the sidecar, so we will see how that works out. He is a little nervous, but we're gonna get out and ride. So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Peace out.